The pro-Makhado task team, Arnold Mulaudzi, has appealed for residents of Vuwani to show respect to President Jacob Zuma. Residents became impatient after waiting for more than 4 hours for Zuma to address them on the crisis after a 5-week demarcation boycott. And we now cross over to our reporter, Mike Maringa, who's got those details. A very good afternoon to you, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us. We saw scenes of mayhem explode a little earlier. Take us through that.
Good afternoon to you. The situation has turned ugly. As I speak to you now, I'm looking at the SABC vehicles that were pelted with stones. I don't think we'll be able to move them. They'll need to be towed away. Both two SABC TV vehicles and a radio sedan. What transpired is that they were waiting for President Zuma to come and address them. But unfortunately, on the 11th hour, the leadership came that was led by Sigil Mbalula, Des Van Rooyen and David Makhado. But President Zuma was not there. We were told shortly after that President Zuma will not be coming because of security reasons. People here got very agitated. They started booing whoever was taking to the podium to say that they are not planning to listen to anyone else except President Zuma. Few minutes after that, when ministers and the king left the marquee, we realized that our cars were pelted with stones. Window panes are cracked. They are all over the ground. There were mobile toilets that were here as well for VIPs and for ordinary citizens. They have been flipped. They are on their roofs now. They have been capsized. So it's a very bad situation. We are still locked here at the ground. We don't know what's happening at the main road. The likelihood is that thousands of people who left here unhappy might go to the main road to block the main road. But fortunately for the dignitaries, they left immediately when this violence starts. But we don't know what's going to happen. The situation is so bad. Remember a few days ago we were pelted with stones, but that was too little as compared to what I'm witnessing right now.
We saw Minister Des Van Rooyen being booed. Do we know any particular reasons why?
Look, the Minister Van Rooyen and Sigil Mbalula were the two ministers. They were all not allowed to speak. They left immediately because they were all booed. The crowd said they can only listen to one person, that is President Zuma. Upon the announcement that President Zuma is not coming, they got very agitated and left and started causing havoc. That's where we are now. We are still locked at the field. We are under the guard of police who are trying to make sure that we are safe. But Vuwani has gone back to its former self. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because the windows of our vehicles are shut. It's something that you cannot drive back to Polokwane with.
All right, Mike, let's talk a bit more about the whole demarcation issue. We heard the ANC national spokesperson Zizikodwa a while back saying that in his response to the protesters, and he said, and I quote him, he said, even if they burn the whole village, it will not reverse the decision. Any chances that the ANC could have maybe backtracked?
Unfortunately, the ANC cannot backtrack at this stage simply because the demarcation board has spoken. They said for the next 5 years, this situation will not change. But however, it looks like there was a compromise of sort that was reached with the pro-Makhado municipality to say, at the meantime, because they don't want to be part of the new entity, they rather be placed under the administration of Vembe municipality. So that is what the president was supposed to announce to the people of Vuwani today. But unfortunately, due to what transpired, due to security reasons, he had to leave without addressing them. So the demarcation issue is now deep, and the ANC, maybe they could have said it in a different way, but the demarcation board has spoken to say that the issue of Vuwani will be looked at after 5 years.
All right, Maringa, we've just received a statement here that President Jacob Zuma has visited Vuwani today, and his visit followed that meeting he had with His Majesty King Tony Mpepo Ramabulana of Afenda last week. Do we know the details of that meeting with the king?
Yes, he met with the king, and the king, when addressing the masses today, indicated that it was his initiative to meet with the president. He also took to the podium to say the president was here, but due to security reasons, he had to leave. There's a very good relationship between the king and the president, and the president agreed to come and listen to the people. But I would think that the delay in the president to come and address people what regards the whole situation, because people have been here as early as 8 o'clock because they were told he will address at 10 o'clock. But unfortunately, by 10 o'clock, he had not addressed them. So we don't know what the situation is now. But we need to move out of the place. As I speak to you, it's becoming very dangerous. Police are making announcement that people must disperse. So we'll have to try and drive this car with its windows shuttered to see if we can get out of here safe while we still can.
All right, Mike, as you seek that to find that vantage point for you to speak to us a little later, thank you so much for joining us. We'll certainly be in touch with you a little later on in this afternoon.